Hi everyone, this is Jim. I bought a Shogi set recently on Amazon, and I thought I would open it up for you so you guys can see what's inside. It's a pretty nice set, so I'm happy with it so far. I opened it up once already, so I got rid of all the plastic, but I put it all back together, and you can see everything that comes in the box. So first of all, it's got a sleeve that covers everything, and it says Deluxe Shogi on the outside. And it says the same thing. Well, that's in English. I don't know if you can read that. Those letters are pretty faint. And then it says the same thing in Japanese here. This is katakana, where it says deluxe, and this is kanji. It says shogi, or general's game. So the deluxe shogi is written in 2 languages, but that's the only English you will find. I think this is a product that's made for the Japanese consumer market. So here's the box inside. We'll take the cover off. And there's the instructions. This is kind of why I think it's a something that's aimed at the Japanese market. If you open up the instruction book, it shows how the pieces move, but all the instructions are written in Japanese. So unless you understand that language or can read it at least, you're not going to get too much out of this. Let's see, I have some extra bits of paper in there. But it has looks like a pretty good introduction to the game. But yeah, if you want to get the rules of the game in English or whatever your preferred language is, you'll need to go elsewhere and find a book on the game. Now, the way I've been learning about Shogi has been from the YouTube videos by Hidechi. I'll include a pointer to that in the description of this video, so you can go check them out. Hidechi is a native English speaker, a native Japanese speaker. But his English is very good. He speaks excellent English, and so his lessons are very clear and easy to understand. He started making videos about 10 years ago and stopped about 4 years ago. So there's 6 years worth of video there that he's left up. And it includes a complete how to play Go introduction, how to play Shogi, introduction to Shogi for beginners, and also other items, Shogi news, Shogi software, openings and games. So a lot of information there about Shogi, and very clearly explained too. So anyway, back to the box here. The next layer down is where the board is, and the board is also enclosed in one of these sleeves, one of these paper sleeves. And then let's see, how do you lift this up? Yeah, I guess that's the way to do it. And let me get this box out of the way. I just wanted to point out there's 2 sides to the board. This side, there's a fabric backing on the wood. It's a solid wood board that folds, and this is the playing side. But the backing there makes a very good surface. Let's see, I guess I could go this way a bit. So it makes a solid grip on whatever surface you put the board on. So if it's on a table or something, it'll sit there solidly. So it's a nice feature. And it didn't say in the description how big the board was, so I brought a ruler here to measure it. It is 13.5, a little more, inches wide, and 12.5 inches deep, or across. So it's a little bit wider than it is across. It's not quite a square cross section, which I think is kind of interesting. It's the largest board that I found on Amazon. The other ones were 9 or 10 inches in width or height. And so that's part of why I picked this one. Was it didn't actually say the dimensions of the board, but it said the box was 14 inches. So the board is 13.5 inches. And in addition to the board, let's go back to the box. The next layer down there is where the pieces are, and you see the rest of this is just filler. So the pieces come in a wooden box, which is protected by this paper sleeve again. And it's solid wood. This box is solid wood. The board is solid wood, and the pieces are all solid wood. And then there's this cloth that can be used to wrap the pieces up. A lot of times I've seen pictures of shogi sets where this is like a purse where it has like a string that tightens, but this is just a plain square cloth that you can wrap around the pieces. And then here are the pieces. Let's put them out. And well, let's show you what this looks like when it's set up. Okay, there's the board with all the pieces set up. Notice that they provided one extra pawn, I guess because pawns are easily lost. So, so they provided one extra in case you lose one. They're very nicely done pieces. The piece here in the center is the king, the center and the back. Actually, you can see the kanji symbol on top with the vertical line and the three crossbars is the symbol for king. And then on the bottom of that piece is the name of the person who did the calligraphy for the characters. Let's see, on this side, so this says King General. This side, it looks like this is also a king, but it has a slightly different name. If you see that the king kanji has a little dash on the side there, so that actually means jewel rather than king. So this is Jewel General and that is King General, but they have the same moves. Anyway, I'm not going to give an explanation of how everything moves here. I just wanted to point out some of the features of the pieces. And also I wanted to point out that the box that is used to hold the pieces also has a dual purpose. So in Shogi, when you capture a piece, you can actually replay it into the game. So, well, I don't know, let's do some silly moves here. See, that's a rook there. So let's see if you push the pawn forward and actually, black should go first. So black pushes the pawn forward. You push your pawn forward. Black is just a conventional name, by the way. The pieces are the same color. So black pushes the pawn forward again, and you capture. Let's see. Oh, you pick the piece up and place it over here, and then you can pick your piece up and snap it down like that. I've been trying to practice how you handle these pieces. And then this piece later, you know, say black makes another move. It's your turn. You've captured a pawn. You can actually place this pawn anywhere. So, you know, say you wanted to go into your enemy's territory, you could place the pawn there and attack that bishop. So it's interesting, the ability to play. You can play on any open square. And so it gives a unique character to this game. One other feature of Shogi is that when you reach this area, which is the enemy camp, the three rows on this side are one camp, and the three rows on this side are the other camp, and I guess the three rows in the middle are no man's land. But when you reach the opposite side, one of those three rows, you're allowed to promote a piece. And the way you promote a piece is you flip it over. Trying to do that smoothly. Anyway, and so there's a different character written on the opposite side, so you know that's a promoted piece. And pieces promote differently depending on what they were to begin with. So you can flip over all the characters and see what they promote to. Let's see. So this is a pawn, and it promotes to something that has the moves of a gold general, and it has a very simple character written on the back. All of these minor pieces also promote. This is the gold general here, the one with the hat. And then these minor pieces all promote. If you just look at what's on the opposite side of those guys, they all promote to that same character. It's actually, these three symbols that are written on the back of these characters are just script versions of the first character on the gold general there. It's a script version of gold, and it's in various forms of simplification. So the simpler designs are on pieces that are weaker. So anyway, it's an interesting game. I just wanted to show you what the characters look like, what the pieces look like, so you can go and judge if this is the kind of set you want. Some sets of pieces have the characters on back written in red, which makes them even more distinct, and you can see what they look like. Let's see. On pieces that don't promote, the king doesn't promote. So if you turn it over, you'll see that the other side of the king is blank. And this is the bishop, and this is the rook. These pieces promote to unique-looking characters. That one is a dragon, and this one is a horse. Oops, yeah, that's it. So that's their colloquial names anyway, and they have extra moves. So like I said, it's an interesting game. I may do some videos about it, focusing on maybe how to recognize the pieces and you know, an easy way to remember the moves and things like that. You know, Hidechi's videos were very clear. Like I said, he has a good command of English and he speaks very clearly. So so they're excellent videos, but it's still a little bit confusing looking at all the kanji characters and trying to figure out what's going on the board. You know, with chess, you have that instant visual recognition because each character, each piece in the game has its own unique shape, whereas here you just have to judge by the characters. So you have to spend a little time learning to recognize those characters, and then the rest of the game will come, I assume. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to put in the description a link to the product on Amazon that I bought and a link to Hidechi's videos. And yeah, go check it out. I'll see you guys later. Bye.